Hello.
Hello.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hi. Just jamming out to the opening music, so.
Yes, exactly. I just realized that I forgot to change the corner logo, so I'll probably be working on that in the background to update with the new one. I think
I'm excited.
Yeah, so that'll be new. Of course, anyone who has followed us will kind of know that that's what the new logo is, or at least to kind of have up in the corner. I think it'll be fun to change. I think I'm gonna go with the eggplant one. I think the eggplant one is probably the funniest.
Yes. I'm so happy.
So we'll try working on that. So while we're doing that, Ams, why don't you start out the week? How's your past week been?
So yeah, I don't know if you want to show the design yet or not, but I did finish up the octopus.
Yeah.
And we were like, should we have it as our logo since it's going to be on YouTube? And I'm just like, well, I don't know. There's a penis in there, so I decided to go like, maybe I'll make like, some adjustments. And so I put like vegetables in there instead that are just more, themes and like suggestive. Like, here you go. So that was really fun to do. I finally finished that, and then trying to keep all my ducks in a row because my mind's just like all over the place.
I'm gonna put that up real quick. I'm loading right now. There we go. So that's the current design. That's the official overall one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love it.
It's some of the best, definitely.
Thank you. And thank you guys for the idea. So besides that, what else I've been doing? Anyway, I learned that my cousin, she's having a baby shower. She's having her third kid. My goodness. Okay.
Wow.
I am currently now crocheting a little baby blanket.
Aww.
So there you go. So like I said, I always got like some type of project underneath the camera. You just don't know what. It's always a surprise.
But it's a project. She's working on a project.
Yeah. I can't keep my hands still. I can't. So.
I actually still have my baby blanket that I think my mom crocheted for me, even though like I can't physically use it because I'm too big for it. Yeah. But I have kept it all these years. So as long as it's something and it has good quality, it's like it's that same zigzag thing too. So I mean, it could be something that they keep forever as long as they, have great memories with it and whatnot. So I definitely, I think it's a good idea project because I still have mine. So.
And I'm crocheting it, and I found that I crochet a lot faster than I knit. So I think I'll have it done before in a month's time. So it's next month. So I just wanted to share this. This yarn is called Feels Like Butter.
Yeah,
Feels like butter. It is soft. It's super soft. It's like that baby yarn. I just love the way they said it. It feels like butter.
That's awesome.
I know, right? I've also been gardening. Because of course, I decide now when the cicadas are out, and apparently they love me. Good God, they just like land on me. Like they land on my shoulder, and like today I was wearing my hat and they landed on my hat, and I'm just like, what? Why? Like I'm not a tree. Like why? And it's just like they're just these big bumble bugs that just like they literally just bumble around, and I don't think they know how to fly. Like they can fly, but I don't think they know how to fly. So, so if you're ever like, here I place myself. I live in Maryland, so I don't know if they're on the entire East Coast or what, or if it's just like New England or something. I'm not sure. So, there was that. What else has happened? Oh no. I think that's like the highlights, and I'm pretty sure I'll like come up with something like after we like start talking about other things. I'll be like, oh yeah, I did this thing. It just happens to me every time. I don't know. Like I swear. Like, I need to go to a doctor once money's not an issue and go, okay, I don't want to take meds for it, but please tell me, do I have ADD or not? Because I swear, sometimes I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Sometimes.
As somebody who does have ADD, officially diagnosed, yes, you probably do.
Okay, cool. Because my husband definitely has it. And, like, certain things he like, certain, like, symptoms he has, I don't.
But it's different in women. Women is a different.
Yeah, it presents differently in women. But the fact that you can't keep your hands still, you're always working on something, like multitasking, like doing something. I do that constantly. Like I can't just be doing this. I have to be fiddling with my phone. I have to be puffing on my thing. I have to do something else. Like it's like I have multiple frequencies that have to be occupied at once. Otherwise I can't focus. Yeah, it's totally normal. It's, I mean, for somebody with ADD, it's just the way it is. It's, and just find what works for you. Like there was a lady in my vet school class that she crocheted during lectures. That's the only way she could absorb the information, if she was crocheting. So she would sit there with her bag of yarn and she just and she learned. She was one of the best in the she was very smart. She did great in school, but she couldn't in a lecture could not focus unless she was doing something with her hands. Whereas I'm like, when I was in school, I was a doodler.
Yeah, same.
Like in my margins. That was the only way I could focus, was if I was drawing something in the margins or doing something like that. So yeah, totally expect that you probably do, and it is what it's adaptable. If you manage to get through school, you're getting through life. It's not too big a deal.
Yeah, it's not a problem. The only thing I'd get out of it is just to know. That's it. Yeah. Just to go like, okay, I can say I have it, instead of going, well, I feel the same way, but I don't know if I have it for sure, and I don't want to say I have a certain disease when I don't. Like, some people say like oh, I'm so OCD. Like, no, I don't think you know what OCD is. Like, so that sort of thing. How about you, Kat? How has your week been, before we go on a tangent?
My week actually turned out really good.
Well, good.
I do not have cancer.
Yay!
Oh, hooray! Oh, that's really good, because I was really worried about that asshole doctor.
Yeah, the second opinion came in. They confirmed.
Well, it turns out after the docs looked at the ultrasound images and figured everything out, because initially, like, you could see it, and then she moved the thing, went back, and it was gone.
Okay.
It got popped. So I was in that Friday. I was in so much agony, and it turns out that was the free fluid in the space causing irritation and inflammation and pain. The pain. Oh my god.
So what was it in particular? Like a cyst or something?
Yep.
Okay.
It was a cyst, and it's gone, and it'll probably come back at some point. But I know what it is now, and
then you could probably get it removed, because if you don't actually take the, what do they call it, skin or the pouch or whatever.
The sack.
There we go. I knew it was something similar of that.
But it's gone for now. And it's so small now, it's not worth doing anything with. Like, if it refills, I'm going back and going, it's the same thing. Just take it out. Just don't squish it. Don't do that again.
So that hurt. Kind of like your body absorbing the whatever was in there. Okay.
Yep. So now the lump's gone. The pain's gone.
Never's giving you yays.
Yeah, I am so relieved. And basically, because I know I haven't mentioned it too much. A couple months ago, I found a lump in my breast and scared me stupid. And it took, God bless the American health system, took 2 months to get it dealt with, but it's gone for now, and it's not cancer. And I slept. I finally slept.
Yeah.
I swear, that's 2 months of just nail biting, low grade anxiety is gone.
Yeah.
That's very good. Wait, I understand. I have yay! I do have I was like diagnosed like years ago, but I have fibrocystis in my breast tissue. So I have to like sort of like keep myself in check. So like, not every lump's cancerous. It's okay, Amber. So I do understand that fear, because I remember I got freaked out when I started noticing it more, and I actually got like a mammogram done. They're like, oh no, you're fine. So, but yeah, they can't be people. Yeah, it is scary. I'm sorry. I'm happy you're in the clear though. That's really good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, and I found out yesterday officially, because I talked to my PCP, my primary care physician, called me, and she was like, "Hey, this is what I see. This is what I think happened. Do you think?" And she knows what I do for a living, so she's like, "Do you agree?" I said, "Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened." And then I actually talked to the surgeon who sent me to get it, aspirated, which was the original plan, and they're like, yeah, that's exactly what we think happened too. And call us if it comes back. But for now,
Yay.
Yeah, seriously.
No, it's great news, and it's big news.
Yeah.
It was something that, of course, we knew on the back end, but I'm glad you're able to share the great news with our listeners and viewers and everyone, so that everyone can at least celebrate it, because it is a scary time, like just the not knowing, and that's for anything in particular, because everything has to go through testing and biopsies and all that. I know we've had other members of the realm that have gone through things in the past year and two, and so it's kind of like we're all getting to that age where things kind of start happening. Unfortunately, this is the start of it, and as we get older, more can potentially happen, which is not good. But of course, being proactive and just being aware of it and maybe making changes to prevent it might be great.
Well, I felt so bad for I felt bad for Nick. Like he was terrified. I felt bad for my dad, because like he kept checking in with me, and like the amount of worry I accidentally put him through. I felt so bad because he was terrified. He's like, "When's your next doctor's appointment? Let me know what." And when I texted him like the all clear, he was like, you could just see the relief was like palpable when he. You know, I felt so bad. Like he was absolutely terrified, and I felt bad. You know, I was talking to my aunt. Because I've been touching base with her, my Aunt Marianne, a lot more frequently ever since my Aunt Peg passed. Because Aunt Peg was kind of like our person. Like she and I talked all the time. Her and Marianne talked all the time. So I've been trying to step up and talk to her more than I usually, I talk to her regularly, but I'm trying to talk to her more frequently now. She's going through the same damn thing. She's having a biopsy next month. It's like,
oh, wow. Oh, my God.
So, and I'm like, oh God, I called to tell her mine was, benign. And I'm like, I'm praying hers is too. Cause that poor woman, God, talk about something she doesn't need,
Yeah.
But
and it's tough. And I mean, I can understand the concern, but sometimes it's just the support. And I mean, it's not to feel bad about any kind of worry, but you need the support as much as they do. And it's just being together. And that's just what relationships are. It's just being there for everyone.
Yeah. Like when I kind of found it and had like the doctor's appointment set up, like because I actually got into my doctor like right away, found the lump on a Friday, saw my doctor the next Wednesday.
Okay.
That's a pretty good turnaround.
Yeah, that's good.
I called my dad that day. I was like, Dad, I found a lump. Just because I was like, I kind of needed that. Like, I needed my dad. I'm in my 40s, but I'm like, I needed that like paternal, just like, it's gonna be okay, honey.
Yeah. I mean, that's still important. Just because you get older doesn't mean you don't need it. So
yeah. But oh man, that was like the best part of my week. Other than I've been working a ton.
Never ending.
As per usual.
I'm off this weekend though. I'm off Saturday and Sunday.
Memorial Day.
I work Memorial Day.
Which is surprising that it's not something that's just a standard office close type thing. I guess maybe because people are off, so they have you work.
The company I work for doesn't close for minor holidays.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Minor. They close for Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Christmas, and that's it.
Not even Easter?
Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah, Easter's not a recognized holiday anymore. They actually
surprise.
They took national status off of it. I was surprised too. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but
mine is Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Those are the three. We still work New Year's. So it's interesting.
Oh, I hate that so much. Oh, I hate working New Year's. There's
I loved working. I loved working New Year's. When I was working ER, I volunteered because we had to work because it was ER's 24/7. Obviously, we never did. We had to work a major and minor holiday every single year, and so I always volunteered to work New Year's.
Okay,
because as a mom, I'm not going out and partying. I've passed that stage in my life where I'm like going to go out into a party or whatever.
Yeah.
Usually New Year's is, if I was off, it was sit on the couch, watch the ball drop, what I mean? Have a little home thing, but nothing, I nothing crazy. I'm not at that point in my life anymore. Though I did pull some shenanigans back in the day. See, I'm glad all my shenanigans are pre-set cell phone video days. All my shenanigans didn't get recorded, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes better.
But working New Year's Eve was awesome because I always had a chance to call Nick at midnight and go Happy New Year's, Happy New Year, love you. But it was dead at the ER. Like I got paid to basically not do much.
Yeah.
Because it was so slow. It was awesome.
Ooh.
I can imagine most people are out and about, so pet situations are probably legitimately like emergency style stuff, not just it happens to be this, that, and the other. Like
exactly. And by the time they get home from the party, they're too drunk to get to me. So.
Well, I guess the pet's still okay though.
Yeah.
It really was just a kind of a dead thing. The next day was usually busy because a lot of times the dogs would get into the drinks that were left on tables and not cleaned up and that sort of thing. But generally it was like a low key night, which was nice.
So funny, you said ER, and I automatically went to like, oh, you're working in like a human hospital, and I completely like, nope. I'm so sorry.
No, hey, it basically was the same equivalent just for animals. Yeah, I did that for 10 years.
Working in food service, I'd always hate working New Year's Eve and day because there'd just be like there'd be barely any people that come in. Like, you just have like your occasional one or two and that's it. And you'd just be like, what do we do? There's nothing to do. I always hated it. And I'm like, there's no point in like opening. And then of course the higher ups are like, nope, you gotta open. Even though you're spending more just being open. Spending more money and being open. I'm like, I don't understand. So
see, I was lucky. I got to basically get paid to read a book. Like I seriously, open the Kindle app, or pull out the Kindle or open the Kindle app on my phone and get paid to read or whatever. So like at least for me, I didn't have to look busy. You know what I mean? Like, which was a nice
we had
thing.
to look busy. That was the problem.
Now I felt bad for like all my techs because they had to look busy, but even then, after a while, they finally just would give up and sit down and be like, "Yeah, we got nothing else to do."
Yeah, like there's only so much catch up on paperwork I can potentially do at this moment.
Yeah, there's only so much cleaning that can be done. There's only so much folding or polishing. Yeah,
exactly. That was when I worked in grocery. Holidays, they would be shorter hours usually for those ones, the Easter, Christmas, and New Year's, and Thanksgiving. But we got paid triple pay, so I always volunteered because everyone triple. Nice. Like no one wants to work it, so there was part of it. I don't think they get paid that anymore with the new agreements that they had signed. But back in my day, there was triple pay.
Nice.
And please bring that back, man. That's
so I always volunteered to work it because I always worked with people who had families and stuff, and I was just a college student, and I was all like, I'll take triple pay just to come in and work until like 3:00 in the afternoon because they usually closed early because they wanted the rest of the people to have it. But whatever ones that would work and whatnot from it.
I would. Oh my God, for triple? Yes, thank you. Please.
So how has your week been? Whoop. There we go. How's your week been? I always do that. The mirror thing. I get screwed up. How's your week been? We kind of skipped you.
No, it's all right. We were just talking about. My week has been fine. My upcoming week is going to be better because I'm going to be on vacation for like the next couple of days. Although I'm going in for one day between because of staffing, but I will have most of the rest of the week. My week currently has been better. I went in to see the doctor recently due to my recent panic attack. So I've been kind of dealing with that stuff, kind of really testing triggers for panic attacks more since I haven't been feeling well and they're all supposed to be tied. So that's kind of just been my thing, which is not a fun thing to do because body reactions and whatnot from it, but having to take it more seriously rather than just dealing with it at that point. So that has been a deal with. Outside of that, not too much terribly new. It's just kind of preparing for this next week. I got to really start getting together the pins I want to sell. So that's kind of like been more my motivation. I keep pushing it off because I just don't want to have to deal with selling it itself. Not so much the parting of it, but just having to go through the whole process. So I'm just like, yeah. So I do it and you have to talk to them and then you have to deal with the money and then you got to package it and then you got to ship it. And it's like, whatever. So that's something I definitely have to get on from there. Outside of that, no, I think super crazy. I will bring up the one topic that I had talked about with you ladies off camera. So it's some little tidbits for the people watching / listening in the future. I have started watching the show called Gay Sex Ed. It's on WoW Presents, and they're the producers of RuPaul's Drag Race. And so they take some of the queens and they give them shows to talk about things. And there's just 2 queens in particular. And essentially, because I guess in gay culture, it's not in sex ed, they don't really teach stuff for gay sex in particular. So they are trying to have an open, honest conversation, encouraging healthy behaviors and all that type of stuff. Don't really care about anyone who's anti any of that stuff. I don't care about belief, but encouraging healthy sex is always a really good thing.
Absolutely.
But one of the best tidbits that they had, and I thought this was interesting enough to share on the show, I guess the first recorded incident of this, I mean, it doesn't mean that it was created, was of a glory hole, was in the 18th century. I had tried looking it up on Wikipedia, and it was in 1707. There was like a lawsuit of some guy who had stuck his dick in like a hole in like a bathroom public place. And then some other guy was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then he chased the other guy out of the bathroom, and they were like, "No, I want to have sex with you," type thing. Like, I guess he was trying to find some guy to have sex with. But the guy who was trying to have sex and did the glory hole, he was like, I guess, married in a relationship. So the one that was being offered it, like, blackmailed him and stuff. And I guess at some point then it became a lawsuit and whatnot. So that's why it's recorded at that point, because of the lawsuit aspect of it. But it was interesting to know. That's so like, well, those things have been around for some time. So clearly, if that's just where it is, I mean, it existed before that. And that, God, you know, glory holes were a thing for quite some time.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because when they said that fact, I was all like, let me see this. So like glory holes being that thing. I guess it's just the curiosity of, you know, anonymous blowjobs. So.
Oh my goodness! I have no idea. That's fantastic.
the things I learned from the show is quite interesting. But yeah, I'll definitely bring out more facts and more things. Whether you're interested or not, I will be bringing them because I think they're funny. I think they're good.
That's awesome.
Especially since we talk about the peen, like our little image up in the corner.
Here you go. Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
I love it. That's absolutely awesome.
I love it so much.
My question is, between the jellyfish and the octopus, what's our obsession with sea life?
Marine animals? Yeah, exactly. What's
the way to do it.
What's the next animal going to be? I really wonder.
A dolphin.
Sperm whale.
Sperm whale. There you go.
Oh no!
You're giving her ideas.
The dolphin, because they're super promiscuous. Like they'll like fuck people. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! What is happening? Maybe an aquarium at some point. What the hell?
We're going off the rails already.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time.
It's okay. I'm unwinding tonight with a nice cocktail, which is
that's good.
Rum and Coke.
Or just rum and Coke. Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a mason jar.
Yes.
Rum and the rest was Coke.
And I assume some ice in there too. So really, like Coke, ice,
a little bit of ice,
just for flavoring.
Conventional soda, man.
I was gonna make it old fashioned, but I'm like, that's a little bit more potent. So I'm like, let's go a little softer tonight. I have to work tomorrow, so
yeah.
Okay.
Too terribly crazy. The only other thing I did want to mention is I started playing WoW again, which I did talk about. So that has been a thing. I'm playing it not to go hardcore raiding. And I didn't finish actually saying, but just to have fun with it again. I kind of just want to go through the questing and the leveling and that kind of experience to see what happens. So that's kind of it's going to be my kind of side project type thing is, you know, leveling a character. I'm going to be leveling as a priest. So I like healing class. It's fun. The last thing I played was a mage, but I want to do that. So
that's awesome. I had a elf hunter back in the day.
Hunter. Okay.
I loved
Blood
it.
elf or night elf? Which side are you on? You better be on the right side. Don't be a bad person.
Or the
Oh my
horde.
God.
Yes, I say you better be horde. Yes, right.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I say bad person, you can't be alliance. They're the bad people.
I know. I was totally for the horde.
Okay, so then you would be a night elf. Oh, sorry, blood elf. Then.
Blood elf. Yeah, that I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember night or blood. I mean,
night is alliance.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped playing probably when Cal was a newborn. When he would nap, I would play.
Okay.
I played when I was pregnant. I was on bed rest for 2 months when I was pregnant. I played a lot during that point because I had nothing else to do.
So you're just kind of something to keep yourself busy.
But then after he was born, when he would nap, I would play a little bit if I wasn't also napping. But then life just kind of got busier and busier, and next thing I know, I hadn't touched it in forever. Then my account got hacked, and I lost my character anyway.
Oh no!
That's all right. I hadn't played in months at that point, so it was like,
Still though. Oh man, that sucks. Oh God, that reminds me because I usually, we're talking about unwinding this episode. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal it from you.
No, go ahead. Go start the topic. It's totally
fine. Because I usually sometimes I use video games to unwind, and Max and I had the worst thing happen to us. Our PS4 got corrupted and everything had to be deleted. So all my Horizon Zero Dawn data, all my Slime Rancher data, everything, No Man's Sky, it's all gone.
I'm so sorry.
I know, and that's not the reason why I haven't played video games in months, because I put myself on a hiatus, like a sabbatical from video games. That's not why. The reason why is that I love playing Minecraft. That's one of my most favorite games to play. And I decided I'm going to finally do something, more than just the regular crafting and playing I do in Minecraft. I'm going to try to get, some of the harder items, beat the Ender Dragon, and I did. So I've technically beat the game. And I died. And I lost the items I got, which took me several hours and will take me several more. And I was just like, I couldn't. Yeah, I quit right then and there. And I was just like, I can't look at this game. I can't think about it. I can't play it. Goodbye. I can't. No. It was so bad. And now I just still haven't gone back to it. I'm I need some time away. I need some time away from video games in general. And then I can go back to it. It sucks because it's been at least 2 months, maybe more. I haven't even played any type of game. It's just, oh God. I'm so sad.
I've never played Minecraft before. It didn't seem like my style of game. It seemed a little weird in that sense. So when you die, you lose everything?
Yeah. Everything that is in your inventory, whatever you choose. And there's this thing called the Elytra that's like a jetpack. And you can only find it after you beat the dragon, which is hard enough on its own. And you need to go through a specific portal and go to this little city in the end. It's like you're doing parkour in game. You go up this tower and get the jetpack, and then once you finally have it, then you also need to kill a certain creature to repair it. It's super specific, right? And then I was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go and explore and get more things. And then whenever you die, you drop all your items. And go back to your respawn point. And that depends on if you're usually your respawn point is a bed or wherever you set it. So I try to go back. And I was like, oh, I'll use the jetpack. And I lost the jetpack. I fell into lava and lost the jetpack, which means I also lost. I died and also lost the jetpack, which means it went into the lava and burned up, and it's gone forever.
Oh. Yeah,
it's gone forever. Oh my God, it's so much.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I've heard the pain cry of that because my son loves playing Minecraft. It's not like one of those games for me. It's just but I watched him play, and when he's died and lost all his stuff, I've heard the agonized wails.
He's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that just seems like such a vicious thing to do for a style game.
I know it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
nice
that just seems like, especially since it's a game that's so geared towards children. From my understanding, it seemed like it's such a children-based style game. Since they're always the ones I know, adults play it too, but it's it just What? Like, it just like I am baffled that you lose everything.
Oh yeah, it's gotten like really really intense. Like, oh my god. And thank you, Brian. Thank you. He said sorry for your loss. Oh, thank you so much. It used to be a lot easier, and they like went through all these updates. So like when Minecraft first came out, it was definitely not like what it is today. They made like tons of different updates. And I remember there actually was a time where you could have separate save files. So if you died, you could actually go back to a previous save and still have your stuff. Those days are long gone.
Oh my god.
That would have been so much simpler.
But isn't it like a real world style thing where you just play by yourself?
Yeah, you play by yourself. You can play with other people. So there are like servers. You can also do LAN, which is like if you're in proximity with another player in their system, you could play online on a server. There's so many other different features. It's at its core a creative game. You can build anything. You can craft anything. But they also put in a lot of exploratory things too, and you can like there are dungeons and different things to explore in game. There are all these different monsters that they've put in that really challenge you. The creeper's the worst. I love them, but they're the worst because they will literally creep up behind you and explode and either kill you or destroy whatever you're working on in a creative game. So it can be fun, it can be relaxing, it can also be challenging. So it's really, I think that's why it's so popular and still popular nowadays, because you can literally do anything with it. You can modify it. People have put different texture packs and mods. There are also some I forgot exactly what this is called, but I followed this YouTuber called Ross O'Donovan.
Okay.
He's Rubber Ninja. There you go. Rubber Ninja on YouTube and also Twitch. And he's in this server where they have this. They basically put in a mod to where you can actually create like moving mechanical parts. So like you can create like a bread mill and like all these different things that you couldn't do in normal Minecraft. But someone developed a mod that you could just tack onto the base game and then create this whole thing in the game itself. It's so amazing. It really is. You can just like it's like sky is the limit. It's so awesome. I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent, but I love this game.
Well, I was gonna say is I have seen Chilled, which I have talked about before. His crew had played a Pokemon mod of it. Like I remember seeing it, and I was like, "This is so random." Like they would have to go around in different areas of it, and then they would have to catch Pokemon, and then they could store their Pokemon and heal their Pokemon and use their Pokemon to kick other things. I was like, this is such a random thing. That's why I was so confused by like watching it. So like I kind of just put it on if there's random games I'm not really knowing and had the background. But I remember they were all saying they each all had like little bases, like he was playing with all his friends on some server, and they had little bases, and one of them like put all their stuff in little cabinets or chests or something like that. And then apparently he went in because he wasn't committing time and went in and like stole everyone's stuff and was just like using it. And then of course his friends were all like, "That's not yours, whatnot," like I guess I can't think of the word, but essentially like a code of honor. There you go. Code of honor is if it's not yours, you're not supposed to touch it. But he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take it. It's right there. I don't think he took anything serious. I think he just took like maths or something like that, and he's just like, hey, and like running off with whatever it is, because he didn't like want to commit time. He's just doing it for streaming purposes. Like he doesn't play it off stream, where other people were playing it off stream. So he would just kind of like steal stuff so he had something to do, type thing. But yeah, that's why I'm all like, what is this game? I just don't understand.
It's definitely fun to get into.
Pixel. No. I got enough other games to get into.
It's super fun. And it's on like every platform now. Like it started on PC. PC is definitely like the most updated one, but it's on every system now. I have it on the Switch. That's where my file was, where everything went wrong. So so yeah. Usually I use video games to unwind, but now I have poured myself into crochet and knitting, and sometimes art can be. So here's the thing about me being an artist, at least, is that it can be relaxing, or it could be one of those days where it's like, I don't know why I can't get anything out. I'm like, I feel zero creativity right now. What the fuck's going on? Or I'll sometimes get those instances where I'll be like in a totally different mind state, and everything's lining up. It's like I feel like the planets are aligning almost.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like super creative and this is going so wonderfully and oh my God, and I lose track of time and like that's when it's relaxing. But like that's harder to get into. So I don't know if there are any other creative people out there that go through the same thing.
I mean, I will not claim to be an artist. I play with paint. You know, I've showed you guys what I've done. You know, I enjoy it.
I call you an artist.
Oh, well, thank you.
I like your stuff.
Thanks. Yeah. And it's weird. I know exactly what you mean. Like some days I'll sit down to paint because I feel like I have the time and I'm like, yeah, I'll sit down and paint. And I can't get anything to come out besides blah, like just blotches. And just like, it's like, no, this isn't what you're supposed to be. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. The paint isn't doing what you want it to do. And it's like, what the heck? And then there's other times, I swear to God, I'll sit down and I'll just zone out. And it's like 2 hours later and I've got something really cool on a canvas. And it's like, where the hell did that come from? And where did I go?
Like you transcend into a different plane and then you come back and you're like, where?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I have actually, it was funny one time I was out because like our craft room is it's called a Florida room. It's basically an enclosed porch, you know, and it gets kind of stuffy. It gets stuffy out there, but you know, it's enclosed. Like literally it's like you can open the windows or it can be closed, but there's no AC. So it gets a little stuffy sometimes, but usually there's a nice little breeze. And that's where Nick does his customs, and that's where I have my paint set up. And one time we're out there just putzing around. Like he was doing something. I came out to just talk to him or whatever, and
what? No. Mid-story, what happened?
Let's wait, get her there.
What the heck?
Oh no!
Yeah, you just froze. We heard putzing around, and that was it.
Am I back? Okay.
Yes, you're back. Putzing around.
Sorry about that. I go out to like putz, you know, talk to him and just like putz around with my stuff, like organize it a little bit, like straighten it up. And all of a sudden I plop my ass in my chair, I hand my thing where I keep like the, you know, my water from my brushes. I hand that to him. I said, go fill that up for me. And I just sat down and started just painting. Like I had no intent when I went out there to do that, but all of a sudden I'm like, I need to paint.
Yeah.
Yay.
And I made something cool. I think that was the night I actually did this one.
Oh yes.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I like that
that
one.
one's a cool one.
Thanks. Yeah, it was like literally just I had to sit down and paint.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally get that feeling.
Yeah. It's just expressing the art out, just feeling it in that moment.
Yeah. And it's just wild because you can't control it. You know, it's just it kind of decides when it's going to show up.
Yeah, exactly. Like I made a doodle, what was it, last week or something? I put it on my Instagram. And it was just like this like sort of like I don't know. I was just like, I'm gonna draw a person and add horns to it, and it was just like, oh, I kind of like how this is going. So then I actually like decided to ink it and then color it, put some shading on there, and I'm like, oh my God, I actually like this, but this was a doodle. What happened? Why? Like, this is a literal doodle. Like this wasn't meant to be anything, and now it's something. Crap. Okay.
That's awesome.
Just love it when that happens. Oh man.
For me, my creativity goes in like various forms. As I said, I've talked about in the past, various hobbies and whatnot. Painting just being kind of just like one of those side random things. But I've done those, you know, paint and wine things twice. And both times, you know, they teach you the basic stuff, but I always go kind of off the wall with whatever it is and add like something different. Like there was this one where it was just like supposed to be like a bird. Your painting is black, but it's like on a red and yellow and white style background. Like, so it's almost like a sunset and it's supposed to be just like a bird in front of it. This is, you know, they tell you, so you draw something else if you want. Like if you don't want the exact one, like, so I know some other person did like a cardinal bird because they were working with reds anyway. So they just kind of did that in the middle because it's like a white in the middle so that at least the bird stands out. I, for some reason, because I had to draw one branch for the bird to be sitting on in it. And I took it more like of a dark path in particular. So I made it the bird, but I made my bird smaller. So it's a little small bird. And I made all these branches come in onto it. And like as if the world was like collapsing on the little bird. But like the white was like the escape for it. I don't know. It's weird. And so it's like,
I like it.
That's not it at all. But I just converted it there. And it was kind of like, what are you doing? Like all the people that I was there with. Because it was like team building for my management team, and it was like they were all like looking at me and it's like, why are you doing all this weird stuff like for it? Like this is so like random.
No, I like that though. Like, you know, like the bird's getting closed in and it has only one escape, and I love it.
And I brought it home, and Gort was like, I love this painting. And also, like, it's just a piece of shit painting that I just did. And I just was bored by the basic drawing that happened to be that night. And I just decided to add a little flair to it. That's all I wanted. So I can understand where it can kind of get past. I did that with the Baby Yoda one, too, which I did show you guys when I first joined the group. I don't know if you were there yet, Ams. But there was like the Baby Yoda, because it was just barely coming out as new or whatnot from it. And I ended up, it was the generic stuff, but I made a little bit of changes, and like they wanted to take away some tools. And I said, can I please just hold on to the tool towards the end? Because after I do certain pieces, like I want to go back and touch up and fix this and that and the other. Yeah, it's like I always wanted to make something a little bit different from it. I took a photo of someone else's at one point of the Baby Yoda because I thought it was so funny. I'll have to try to find it in my phone and pop it in there for our closing. But yeah, like for me, it's always been kind of just different. So I can understand the creativity coming there, but I usually just don't sit there. I never had sit there and start fresh. There's always just been something that I've had in mind, and then it kind of evolves as I've done it. Like I have characters that I've created when I was younger, and there was a point that I wanted to paint photos for each of them, and they all describe different things. So I had this character that was like the representation of like lust and sex and all this type of stuff. So the painting that I drew of them was what I thought an orgasm felt like. It was like really weird. It's a weird type thing.
No, I love it. Go, keep on going, man.
So it was kind of an interesting photo. I'll have to see if I have a photo of that one too. But but yeah, that's kind of like I go in with the mentality and then just kind of let it roll with it. Like I know like a base idea and then just let to see what it happens. So I can't just sit there and not have an idea. That's not me. So I think that's great that Kate was able to just be like, looked at something and just inspired. That is my problem. I tend to have to think of it. That's just me. So I guess I can't unwind. It's unwinding as I'm doing it, but to get to that point, I have to think of it. Like I just don't sew for sewing. I have to have a thing and then goal for whatever I'm sewing. I don't paint to paint. I have to have an end goal for the paint type stuff. So I don't know.
I think that's like the majority of the time when it comes to creativity. Well, what Kat and I were talking about, like just like that spontaneity, that's like super rare. Like I, at least for me, that's super rare. It's just like you don't usually get those times where you just take a blank canvas and you're just like, I'm just gonna see where it goes, and then something comes out, like something good comes out. That doesn't usually happen. You know, usually like I go in like with some type of idea, and then I'm like, okay, you know, and then I'll see where it goes from there. So
that's usually what happens. It's like, oh, I have kind of this cool idea I want to see if I can do. And sometimes it'll turn out, sometimes it won't, but it's the actual spontaneous, oh my God, I have to paint right this second. And something just with no clear cut idea, but it's just like you sit down and you pick up the brush and next thing you know, that's only happened to me a handful of times, but it's cool when it does.
Oh, I know. I love it so much. I haven't painted since like high school. Like they had us do like practice with oil paints. And those are interesting. Those are interesting and fun to work with if you ever have.
I have not. I do acrylic.
You do acrylic? Okay. I mean, it is a lot better because oil paint gives you a chance to correct your mistakes or at least like start over because it doesn't dry right away. It stays wet on your canvas for a lot longer. So you have more freedom to create different shades or like just scrape it off and start over again. If you want to do layering, though, you have to wait quite a while because you have to wait for it to dry and then come back to it. So there's not much freedom in that sense, but it is really interesting to work with. I've also had to work with paint thinner, too. You use paint thinner instead of water.
Oh, wild.
I did use turpentine, but it's a little more toxic than Turpenoid. Turpenoid's better, in case anyone wants to know. And you use the paint thinner instead of water so that you use that to clean off your brushes and also like blend your colors and whatnot. And it's really unique, really interesting, really fun too. Acrylic though is a lot cheaper and more accessible, but it dries super quick, so you have to kind of work fast. And then what other paint type is there? watercolor. There you go. I can't. I'm sorry.
That one takes so much. Like you
I
probably have
cannot
to do
so
so much.
hard. Oh
Yeah.
God.
I
tried
can't.
it.
My stepmom is a watercolor artist. As a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I gotta show you guys. Holy moly.
Please do. Okay.
She is absolutely incredible. I gotta see if I can find a photo of what she painted.
When you can do it, it's gorgeous.
Oh, she just does it as a hobby. Like she's got, now that she's retired, she's gotten a lot more active with it. Like she's a member of the art guild and all that sort of stuff.
Sweet.
You know, in the area. But I have got to try to see if I can find the picture. You know, it's going to be a lousy camera shot, but see if I can. Well, I have it hanging on the wall. There we go.
Oh, okay.
But I was trying to find a better photo of the actual thing. But
yeah.
All right, here we go. Yeah, hold on. Sorry.
Here we go. We can see it.
I'm trying.
Oh, glare.
Yeah,
okay.
The light's not gonna.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn off the light if I can. I just made it brighter, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, it's a lousy shot. I know that.
And
oh no!
There we go. Okay. The dog. Wait. Oh, you put it in the group.
Wow!
I'll see if I can try to find it. Hold on. No. I remember you sharing that before.
Yeah, that's a watercolor she did.
I like that. Wow! Oh my goodness, that's really pretty.
Yeah. She is absolutely amazing with it.
Yeah, I've always had a problem with keeping the paper taut because it always likes to like
it crinkles
bend and crinkle.
Yeah. Like I've tried it a couple times. I tried it with her. We did like a girls' weekend to Savannah, Georgia. It was my one sister-in-law, my stepmom, and myself. And my other sister-in-law couldn't be there, but we all went up to Savannah for like a long weekend. And we're staying in this really awesome B&B, and we're just relaxing. And we'd stop by like a little art supply store, and I was kind of noodling with like sketching a little bit. And she had her watercolors with her, and she got me like a water pen, you know, to like. Yeah. And I'm like, and I played with it for a little bit, and I'm like, this is so not me. Such a pain in the ass. I wasn't patient enough. I ended up with like this muddy blob. It was not my cup of tea. But she just, I mean, that looks like that's photorealistic in watercolor.
Cool. I like that.
I remember that one. I'm going back into our chat log, so it's going to be a minute, but I'm looking for it so I can share it properly. Yeah, I know you've shared it before.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a pretty lousy photo that I just took.
No.
We just hung it on the wall like just a couple days ago, actually. He got it for his birthday from like my folks.
It's super pretty though. I like it.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I have a couple of her pieces. One that she did of like my son and his cousin at the beach, one of a couple of birds that she's done. It's amazing. Oh, excuse me.
I think I'd want to try to do flowers. For some reason I like coloring and painting flowers, even though I'm not much of a flower person.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like maybe peonies or hydrangeas. I don't know why, but I've gotten like really into flowers lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm gardening more. But I just like.
I suppose I still have a big.
They're super pretty. Did you get it?
No. I just realized I kept her big. I was like, I forgot that it.
Yeah, that was a little too close up.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't mean it.
I'm not wearing makeup.
What I was gonna say is you were talking about all the oil paints and stuff, which is I think what Bob Ross actually like works with, right?
I think so.
For the most part. Like I remember him talking about like that he uses the thinner to wash his brush and all that type of stuff. And one of the things that I want to do once I get my room in, and this is gonna be years down the line. I know a lot of people do it. I'm not necessarily trying to steal the idea. I just think it's a cool idea to follow. I want to do like his paintings and like follow along and see if I could build up some skills from it and kind of
that's awesome.
See where we go from there.
The tree is amazing. Like just like using simple brush techniques, you can just create a tree.
Yeah.
Or, like I'm just like, how do you do this?
What? Something I actually did a while back. Trying to see, of course it's not anywhere nearby, that I did. If I can find a photo, I'll put it in the group so you can actually pull it a little bit easier. I watched a YouTube video. I just happened to be scrolling YouTube, and I was like, oh, let me watch this video for some reason. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Next thing I know, I'm like, that's a cool technique.
Mm-hmm.
And then I incorporated it into a painting to see if I could, do it. And I did. And I'm like, it turned out, oh, here it is. I'll send it to the group so you can actually like pull it better.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just an interesting technique, and I loved like the effect that it did.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I just think that's super neat. Like, if you go through your Bob Ross stuff, please show us your results.
Oh, that's going to be years down the line. That's for sure. Because I have to still get the room and all that type of stuff. But that's something I kind of would like to have. Here, let's pull this up. Share. There we go.
Ooh.
And it was just like a technique video that I decided to watch. And then I was like, I have to try that technique. And the next thing I know, that's what I came up with.
Yeah. But it's like the bottom is supposed to be like a lake or water, right?
Yep. Reflective surface.
Yeah, reflective
there
we go.
Yeah, like a reflective lake, and obviously the colors aren't particularly realistic. I just liked those particular colors.
Which is fine because you're just practicing with it. It doesn't have to be realistic. See, I always like those photos where how I say, it's like a realistic setting, but it's always like weird colors. Like I've always wanted to like those ones that are like, black and red, and like they look like they're fantasy elf world type things, and they're all like, Avatar, and it's not like a real world, and it's like fancy colors and looks like alien and all that type of stuff.
Or like Magic the Gathering, like just the art they do for the cards. Oh my god!
Oh,
have you seen those?
That's amazing.
So amazing! Oh my god! I kind of want to become one of those artists. I know I'd have a lot of work to do. Oh my god! But that level of art is just breathtaking.
I love it. I spent half of a Magic game looking at the art versus actually paying attention to the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Just stare at the card like, it's so pretty. Oh my god. They just get better and better too.
Found it. Sorry. Yay. I was just like, oh my god, the stuff that we share in our group. Oh my god. That's all I can say. It's going through these past conversations. There we go. That's it, right?
Yes.
Yep. There we go.
That's really good. Oh.
Yeah, just the detail of all of that. It's amazing. Just even like the nose, really, or just how just the layers of, I'm sure you can see my thing, like the layers of just shading and adding in. Like you had to do so much control and the right stroke to be able to do those type of things. Like it's
and the hair around the face, like my god.
Eye.
Like she even got like the effect like above the eye with the gradients of the hair colors. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I like the background too. It's just like sort of like a not splotchy, but like it was varied. It was like kind of darker up top and lighter in the bottom.
Yeah, it had texture. It had texture.
Thank you. Texture. There you go. Words. But then,
words are hard sometimes.
Words are hard. Words are hard.
How do English?
But actually, honestly, half the nights were like, if I can't make it, that's actually the problem. I'm out of words. I've spent all day talking because I talk for a living. That's what I do. By the end of some days, by the end of the day, I'm like, I have no more words. I don't have the mental energy. I can't do it.
Do you feel like Dwight from The Office? Like, why do big word when small word do trick?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's mentally exhausting, but this is actually a good way for me to like unwind. I just got to remember, even if I'm tired, it's still a blast to do.
So at least try, just we'll see how it goes. We usually just like fudge it anyway. Like
exactly.
Try to have a template, but then it just goes wee.
Pretty much. I mean, we end up usually talking about sex and food, and
have we done that yet?
Yes, we've covered a couple.
Well, sex is a great way to unwind, though.
Mm-hmm. It is. Wonderful way.
Best stress relief in the world, a good orgasm.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to send these photos to myself real quick.
Oh, go for it, yeah. So we're on the sex topic. I'm gonna try to go off of that. Hang on. Or have you ever like, just gotten home and you're like, maybe I'll just like look at some porn and see how this goes, and then just like take your night from there? Or it's not sex, that's masturbation. Excuse me. Wait, no.
What?
Which is also an excellent way to unwind if you don't have anyone handy
yeah.
nearby. It's like, sometimes it's like, as long as the batteries are plugged, charged up.
Are we charged? Is it clean? Okay, cool.
Yeah, the worst part is when, like, in the middle and the charge dies.
Oh no, that must be frustrating. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Frustrating doesn't even begin to cover those. Oh my god, it was like
I'm so sorry. I need to. So, I guess the whole world will know now, but I need to get a new one.
That lady we talked to, what's her? Shannon.
Shannon.
That's because I had bought one years ago. Didn't like it. Didn't work particularly well. So I'm like, screw this. Never mind. Whatever. Other methodologies work fine. Well, after her little thing, she's a good saleswoman. She kind of got me. I was like, what the heck? So I bought that one thing of hers that she talked about. Highly recommend.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
A little expensive.
I don't know which one. The $200 thing or the $100 thing?
I don't remember. I just remember I had a little extra money at the time, so it was like, might have been the $200 thing. But I think I got a discount or something. I forget what it was. It was basically like, it was worth it it was like cheap enough I could do it. So I was like, screw it. But Main Event, I think it was called, or something like that.
Sounds right.
Highly recommend. Worth every penny.
Okay.
That's good. Seal of approval. Cat approved.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Just make sure you charge the damn thing. Seriously. I was like, oh my god. I was like,
it's nothing much of disappointment when you need it at the moment. You're like, oh, damn it. What you gotta do is clean, then charge. Clean, then charge. That's what you have to do.
Well, usually it's clean and then fall asleep and then think to charge it later and forget to charge it later, and then
clean then charge.
Yeah.
Not just talk about topic. I'm gonna pull up the Baby Yoda thing. So I'm gonna pull up the end result. I put in everything, but I'm just gonna do the end result because I think that's probably the funniest. So there's that one. So that was the Baby Yoda, which I thought was cute.
I love it.
I can't help it.
You know what? I'm going to send you a photo into the chat.
Yeah, because you did it too.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Which I did like all the weird little, because you're supposed to just flick it, but I didn't want to just flick it. I wanted it to have those weird string type things. So that was me adding the extra like weird stuff to it. And I also wanted to add like little planets. That was also covering up some mistakes. But I kind of was like, oh, I kind of like that. That looks like a little planet or whatnot. But this is the one that I thought was hilarious. That I was just like, oh my God, can I take a photo of this? Because it's like he put a little halo on him.
Baby Yoda,
and I was just like, what is this? I was like, and that nose. I was like, what is that? Like, I think I just omitted the nose completely. But like this nose, I was like, it's that weird like foot nose that people do.
I love it.
I just thought it was
adorable.
hilarious. So let me go back to the other chat real quick.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I did the same thing, but I didn't actually go to the painting with a twist. I actually saw it on their projects we have, and I was like, oh my God, that'd be a perfect gift for my son. So I actually painted it for him for birthday or Christmas or a gift, an occasion. So I actually just like saw it, screenshotted it, and now they're gonna come after me for copyright infringement, but that's okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. I mean, come on. Like seriously, like whatever. Just do it. But yeah, it's to say I love it. It's like, because it's so, what I like about those is, you get the basic idea, but it's your own interpretation of whatever it is.
Yeah, it was fun, and he loves it, so that was the important thing.
Well, you have all the aspects still there. Like you still did the highlight around the ears. You got the little dots on the eyes. You got the butt nose.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I did it. I'm like, this looks like a little ass, but whatever.
Yeah, a little butt nose. You got it. You got it all down. See, you did the little yellow thing. I didn't do this yellow highlight circle thing. I don't know. For some reason, for me, it just felt weird. So I ended up like over painting it back with the blue. I don't know, but that was part of the design. That yellow circle. Like I remember that being part of it. out of that. But no, I love it. I love seeing everyone's different interpretation from it. I'm still trying to find the other one. But yeah, continue on with sex. Go ahead.
I don't know if we should go back.
Pop in a little baby Yoda and then back to sex. No. I mean, you can talk about whatever you want.
Oh, man. Well, what else? There's also other things to unwind besides the obvious.
Well, we got alcohol.
There you
yes,
go.
that's one of the more common ones. That's the one that gets me to not think, I would probably say, because I do overthink. I get too stressed out. I just can't concentrate or whatnot. When I'm drinking, the feeling kind of takes over. I'm able to relax. And people say, I've talked about it before, people say that I'm more fun. They like drunk Audrey. They always like drunk Audrey. They always say I'm more fun that way.
Aww.
Probably because I say stupid shit and it's funny.
I just get more mellow, which I'm pretty mellow to begin with, but it does just kind of like, it quiets down my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to use it very sparingly for that because I don't want it to become like a crutch for myself, but that's important to me. Like I have alcoholism in the family, and I'm careful because I do not want it to become a crutch.
Correct.
But I love it quiets down the brain, my brain. Like it's, sometimes I'll go to bed and then I'll come back out like 15 minutes later and Nick's like, what's wrong? I said, I can't sleep. I lay down. I'm exhausted. My brain goes, hey, Macarena. Like, you lay down, your brain just starts revving and thinking about like spitting all this stupid shit at you. And it's like, shut up. We're trying to sleep. And the brain's like, no, you have to think about this and this and this and this and this. And
I can't not have something play. That's why I watch the 3 shows that I go between. South Park. Although it's been a while since I've really done South Park religiously. But it used to be just South Park. I would play it and then just do it over again. But like South Park, Archer, and Rick and Morty are my current ones that I will listen to. And I have to listen to it because I know them by heart. So I don't have to pay attention to it, although it makes me laugh and I do enjoy it. But I can fall asleep if I know it too well. Will and Grace used to be one in the past that I used to watch a lot and be able to do. And also Red versus Blue, the cartoons I used to be able to watch for it. But I cannot have it silent because if I'm just silent and there's not like... Gord complains because he wants me to watch listen to music. But music is enough where I still think. Like I literally need to concentrate on what they're saying, so I stop thinking. So I'm watching a TV show or listening to a TV show or someone talking, and that way my brain doesn't talk because I'm too concentrated. I'm trying to concentrate on what they're saying, and then I can fall asleep. If that makes sense. Like I can't.
That's how Nick is. He has to fall asleep to something like a TV show, usually a documentary, and I had to put the kibosh on like Nazi documentaries and Titanic documentaries because I started having dreams about Nazis and drowning.
Yeah, I think that's where I said I had a dream that I was in one of those and I had to kill my dog.
And it's like
I can't do this.
Yikes!
But he has to find the perfect volume where I can't hear because I can't fall asleep if I'm paying attention to the words.
Really.
But I can fall asleep if I hear murmuring.
Okay.
Like that so I can fall asleep to.
You would be more fine within music then in a sense, or would music bother you because it's still lyrics?
That. Yeah. If music is too much thinking still. Like the anticipation of...
Oh my God. I'm not the only one because I that's the same thing. Like if I'm trying to work, I prefer to have like more instrumental music. I can't do lyrical music because it distracts me.
Yep.
Like it's so strange. Like thank you. I'm not the only one. Okay. Cool.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, it's just for some reason. Like I don't know why. Like I guess I like unintentionally like focus on them. Like focus on the lyrics, especially if it's like even if it's like a song I know by heart. I'm so like jamming out to it. I'm just like, oh, I'm doing something extra. Crap. I need to like, listen to some different type of music. That's why I love house, like house type music and like techno and whatnot. That stuff is like, oh, here we go. It's like. No, like there's barely any words. I can just like coast and drift and like let my mind get creative and stuff. So yeah, I totally understand that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're not alone. I used to study to classical music. Like I had like these CDs, which shows how old I am, that I would play when I was trying to study because the music would just kind of like be in the background and I could soak in the information. And then sometimes if I couldn't remember the information, I'd start playing the music in my head and the information would pop up.
I love that. The audible association. Excuse me. There you go.
Yep. it used to work for me. Yeah, it was wild when it did. Sometimes, a lot of times it didn't, but hey, sometimes it would. But yeah, Nick's funny. He has to. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go.
But yeah, it's funny when. Thankfully, Nick had his taste in documentaries is like contrary to mine. So when he does put one on, like there's one that he used to watch, and the guy has the driest, most monotone voice,
like Ben Stein,
with a British accent.
Oh my god, no!
This dry academic British accent, and the next thing I know, I'd be asleep. But holy crap! The next morning, I'd remember crap from the thing, and it's like, okay, random British facts. I'm like, why do I?
Where did this come from? That's great. I love it.
Unfortunately, now it's kung fu movies. So,
okay.
Yeah. You know how many times I've had to fall asleep to 5 deadly venoms?
Oh my god, he is obsessed with that. I forgot. I made something for him with that exact theme. So.
Yep, he loves that hat. And
I'm so happy he does.
Oh my god, he loves it. He looks awesome in it. You did a fantastic job. But oh my god, that movie, if I never see that movie again, I'll be thrilled.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
No, okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I should at least watch it once just to know the subject matter, but that's it. So
once, it's worth it once. Not
twice.
Well, let's put it this way. Nick and I have been together 20 years this year.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you. Guess how it... You could do the math. How many times over 20 years I've fallen asleep?
Just one of those movies.
It's like his fall asleep movie. Oh my god. Funny thing is, I've only actually seen the end like 2 or 3 times. I usually am like I'm gone before, you know. At this point, I think I'm conditioned actually. If it just starts playing, I'm like, oh, I'm out.
Automatic checkout. There you go. Cool.
Yep. I think it's a Pavlovian response. I hear the theme music. Good night.
Yeah, there
That's what Gore says about what's it called? Damn it, the Transformers movie. I think I brought it up before. Like anytime he puts it on, I'm asleep within 10 minutes. I can't. Like it's my response. Like I can't listen to that. I can't.
That is funny. I'm trying to think. Oh, is there anything that Max watches that just bores me to tears? Well, he's also like super interested. So this is gonna sound so like heteronormative and like, you know, stereotype, like regular stereotypes, old ones. But I swear, he likes watching like mechanical videos. Like he'll like you watch someone working on a car.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, I have a basic understanding, but he's all like, oh my god, and like just like going through them and like watching them and listening to. Oh, and he also goes through. No offense to anyone out there, I do like Transformers. I love like certain parts of them, but when it comes to like review videos and people just like going through and transforming things step by step, it's important. It is, but I swear it just bores me to tears.
Girl, you and me both. The only
I think that's something we can all.
Okay.
Yeah. The only review videos I can get through are Bobby Skullface's because his are funny.
He's entertaining. Like,
yes.
He has candor, and he's just like, you know, shout out to
another
Bobby.
guy that Gore shows me. He does floor time. Floor time is his thing. Like after he plays with a toy, he sits on his floor and plays with it for a bit, and then like talks about his review or overall type stuff. I'm sure whoever's watching can tell me the person, but he does like floor time is all I remember. He's funny. I like him. I just like the floor time portion because you see him play with it. And it's like now you're being the kid playing with the toy, and I think that's cool because that's what all the boys are at heart. Is that they're trying to find these toys, and they're like, that reminds me of when they used to be kids and playing around with them stuff. I know some keep them in packages and they have to be in the one pose and you can't do the transforming and whatnot. I think you're taking a little too far doing that.
Wait, like why would you get a transformer if you won't transform it? Like,
you gotta play with it.
Oh, and that's like one thing like between I guess in our household, like for Max, when it comes to Transformers, they have to be Transformers. Like when it comes, they made the statues, right? That looks super pretty.
You can't have statues.
Yeah, you can't have statues. It's not a Transformer unless it actually transforms, which makes sense. But then I see some of those statues, and I'm just like, ooh, it's really pretty. It's like really pretty.
Yeah. Like, no, Gord is a similar way. He won't do statues.
That I totally understand. So yeah, that makes sense to me. So
yeah, thankfully Nick doesn't do them either because they're a lot more expensive.
Oh yeah.
So thank God he doesn't go for the statues.
Because Gord has done other statues, but not Transformer statues.
Yeah, Nick does other statues, but at least not the Transformer ones, which is good because, like, seriously, it's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. It's also an expensive hobby that saved my ass time and time again, because whenever we're in a pinch money-wise, Max just goes like, oh, I'm just going to grab some toys I don't really like and sell them, and hey, look, we have money. Like, he helped pay for my college textbooks, like at least $600 worth of my college textbooks. Aww. When I was in college. I know. And I'm just like, I can't say anything about it now. Like, dude, this thing saved my life. It saved my ass. Like, I have nothing against collecting. I can't.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, heck, I have my own collection of stuff. So I actually I did another eBay auction for another Supernatural prop piece.
There you go. What'd you get?
I got this beautiful little brass bowl. It's tiny. It fits in the palm of my hand. And of course I didn't think to grab it. But they would use it for spell work, to do a spell or something. Oh. So or hold an ingredient for a spell or something. So yeah.
Oh my God! By transitive property, you will have touched their hands.
Exactly.
There you go. That's cool.
And it sits on my It sits on my nightstand. I take when I go to bed. There's certain earrings that I can't sleep in, so I take them out and I put them in the bowl.
So neat. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it just makes me happy, and it was like $15. So it's it's hard to. It's easy to justify.
Yeah, exactly. It's just $15. Not bad. Not bad.
Even the shipping wasn't too bad.
Yeah. I want to buy more fan art now, just made from other people, because they're other artists that I follow. There was one person today that I saw on TikTok, and he does the perler bead art.
Mm-hmm. I'm literally about to show you some of that stuff too.
Oh my God!
Yeah, go ahead. But go ahead. Yeah.
He I just discovered today, and he did a Pokemon, and I'm like, oh my God! I swear, if he has a Gumi, I'm in ride or die, man, and he has a Gumi, and I'm just like, yes, I need this. I think I need this. So.
There's an artist I found on TikTok that I liked him on Instagram, so when I can afford it, I'm getting one of his fan art pieces. I'll see if I can find it and put it in the chat. He does wood burning, which is not normally an art form that I'm that into, but his work is the coolest.
Ooh.
Let me see if I can find it. Of course.
Well, Nessa does that stuff.
Yeah. Oh God, that reminds me. There's also another artist that does all this. It's in the thousands if you were to commission him, but he does this metal work, and he did this super cool. I'll go through my likes, and I'll put it in the chat, or maybe I already did. I don't know, but he did this sign for a shop, and it was just all metal work. He also did a moving door that had moving metal pieces and glass, and I was just oh my God, it's so impressive. And just putting metal into different shapes that you would never see metal in, these beautiful curves, and just I love it.
That's cool. That is cool. I can see.
I know my words don't do it justice. I'd have to show you guys, but I don't have anything to show. Oh my God. So, oh man.
I apparently did not take a photo of this damn bird thing. I might just go upstairs and grab it before the end of the show, because I cannot find it, but I did find photos of a lot of the other things. So let me just share all that real quick. Woo! So this damn bird thing. I can't believe I never took a photo of it. I almost wonder if it was on my old work phone or whatnot. But the perler thing, so I'll start with this. I'll share this. Wish it was just easy. I could just say, share this right now. There we go. So this was the first start of the background of one. Ooh. Oh, wait, that's the other thing. Hold on. I did the wrong direction. That's the background of the other. So this was like Christmas gifts for Mel. And so then I put Perler Bead Sailor Moon on top of it.
Oh, that's
and then
cool.
the other Sailor Moon. So it's the Serenity and the Sailor Moon with it. So I had painted the background first and then hot glued it. So, you know, it's supposed to be her transformation background and her when she's on her home world.
Oh my God, those
stuff
are pretty.
from it. And then kind of going through here. Sorry, I could get it. Oh no! Didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Didn't mean to go that far. So this was like some like start art on like some pieces. I have a character who exists as a book. Like it's like her soul's like trapped in a book, and like one of my other characters like can release her from it. So this was like supposed to be like her book. This is the person who is lust. So that is an orgasm like start.
Oh, okay.
That is so cool.
But do you see like kind of how does it feel like that's what it is? So that's the start of it, but I'll show you the finish, which I did show just a second ago. And this is another character. This is supposed to be like the art on her face. And so I just did like a zoom in of it, of what the art on the face is. That's supposed to be the book character. So that's like her escaping the book and all that type of stuff, and like some weird hieroglyphic I just made up type thing. Just whatever felt like at that moment. And then that's the end result of the orgasm like feeling.
That's cool.
So so my interpretation of what it is, which is kind of like when you're seeing stars would probably be the best description of it and how I imagine it. So that's kind of like the feeling that kind of goes behind it. But yeah, as I said, I have an idea and then I kind of go with it.
I like it.
That's awesome. Really nice. Yeah. It's just looking through the lens of someone else's perspective. I love it.
Correct.
Ooh, so good.
I wish I could find that other thing. It makes me upset that I can't. I used to paint like little frames for like, you know, the top employee of the month type situation. And so like I used to do all these little crafts here and there kind of for fun.
Oh, I'm sure if you worked for Starbucks, they would have loved you.
Yeah.
Just do like all the different like latte art and whatnot on chalkboards.
See, I can't draw realistic things. I can only draw more abstract things. Is kind of where.
Well, that's fine.
I lie.
I love abstract. That's so. It's so wonderful. It really is. And you just like. There's so much more to explore in abstract, and like. More people to affect, and more emotions that you can like evoke. Because like if it's realistic, I feel like it's more plain that way. Like it can be impressive, and you can be like super detailed and photorealistic as possible, and it's impressive. But in my opinion, when it comes to more abstract, it's it has more meaning to it. It has like either other ways you can interpret it, and to me that's like not a better form of art, but like more interesting one. So yeah, and I really like abstract too. I've actually it's kind of funny. This last week I actually did publish an abstract sort of like thing I made. What was it, like 3 years ago, maybe more. But yeah, like I was just like, oh, hang on, I'm grabbing it. I was experimenting with lines and shades and whatnot, and I'll like show it off real quick. But yeah, like that was like super fun to do, and it was like one of those things where I just like let my mind just wander and do what it wanted to.
And then when you're done showing that, I'll disappear for a second to see if I can grab it before we end.
Okay.
Let me make it bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so cool. No, not me. Make her big.
No. Switch. Oh, that is really cool. Yeah.
I love that.
I actually didn't make those. I'm gonna publish this one next week. It's not exactly the same, but yeah, I did those two. And these, I think I made these in I think I made in 2018, something like that. I'm trying to find other ones. There are like a lot of their designs I kind of want to transcribe and just show off and whatnot. Well, there's this one right here. Look at it!
No. Speaking of the cardinal, seeing it right there.
That's awesome.
He's a little fatty.
And that old borb.
I love it.
A full fluff. Okay, I'll be right back.
Go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find more art to show you guys, and
I haven't painted. I need to get out there and paint. I just haven't haven't had the damn time, and I haven't had like that inspiration where it's like I want to go do it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I did a painting with a twist recently, and that was fun. End up doing a little like pear trees type of deal.
Oh, I love it. Oh, like cherry blossoms and whatnot.
Yeah, that was fun. It's like basically black and white except for the red of the tree. And that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I haven't it's been a hot minute. Like I need to get out. I need to get out there. It's like I've been having the urge, but I just haven't had like that spark, you know, where it's like I know I'm gonna have a good time doing it. Because you know, I know how it is. It's like if you just go to do it and you're like, you know, you don't have like that oomph for it. It's like it's a waste of time. And it's just gonna make me mad.
Yeah, no, I understand. I should try and challenge myself and do a doodle a day. Like I wanted to show these off. Some of them are one of them's on my shop. I think this one here. If you're into Steven Universe, anybody out there?
Oh, that's so cool.
You recognize them?
I love it.
Little busts and stickers. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, I have a sketchbook somewhere. I'm trying to think if it's I don't know where it is at the exact moment, but I do like to sketch occasionally. I just
Witcher fans. So there you go. There's that right there. I did that by hand,
cool.
Man. I know.
I like that. I've never seen The Witcher, but that looks really cool.
I'm so proud of how it came out. I'm just like, oh my god, I did this by hand. How'd that happen?
That is awesome.
I did do a reassessment. I'm like trying to
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so that's the bird piece.
I love it.
Let's do this.
Yeah, make it
so it was supposed to be just the branch and then the red around and whatnot. But I had added all this and all these little things, and I was trying to be the one where everyone else kind of drew. But yeah, I made my bird really, really small. The bird was supposed to be the focus point, but I was all like, I don't want the bird as the focus point. I wanted to make it seem like he was looking forward to the light with all the darkness going around. I don't know.
I love it. That's really cool
from it. But yeah, this one, unfortunately, it has a hole right.
Oh, no. Oh, that sucks.
So I'll have to see if I can repair it or something of that nature, which is okay. I mean, it was just a fun type thing. But Gort will not be happy that I destroyed it. Whoops.
You could probably put some tape on the back side of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And maybe I might be able to repaint or repair some of it in that sense. But yeah. So
anyone watching or listening, don't tell him. Nobody tell him.
I mean, he'll look at it. He'll know immediately because it's got like a pretty gate. When I pulled it out, I was like, oh. I mean, it's in a spot that's not too terrible. I mean, it would be worse if it was like right there. It's just down here, so it's not too terribly bad. So it's not as noticeable in a sense. I mean,
canvas,
you can't even tell here. Yeah, it's just canvas.
You could probably put some tape on the back and
just to pop it up. Exactly. Just that's good enough. I mean, no one's really going to care. It's not like it's a Monet or whatever they call one on, like
a Mona Lisa. Like something super expensive in the Louvre. Can't pronounce it right.
Yeah, can't trust anything expensive in my hands. It will get destroyed.
Exactly. No, I'm with you. I'm kind of the same way. I'm just like, I'm so rough and tumble, clumsy, and just... This is why I don't wear, like, fine jewelry. It will just break on me and be like, no, sorry, don't trust me. Please don't.
Yeah, please don't trust me. Plan on never receiving back whatever it is that you gave me. You just gave me a gift. Thank you.
I will hang it up on my wall. It will never be on my body. There you go.
I've had people loan me things and then I have to go buy them because I've destroyed whatever it is that they loan. Like they'll loan me a movie to watch or a CD to listen to, and I'll be like, okay, I gotta buy this like on eBay or something if I can't find it in my local store or whatnot. Well, I just hand them back. Like, I just bought this movie. It's like if you loan me something, I have to give it back to you within a week. If I don't give it back, then it's destroyed.
It's gone forever.
Yeah, it's destroyed forever. I will buy and return it if you want it back. But most people are like, they forget or they don't remember or whatnot from it, or they just really don't care.
I won't let people lend me books or anything because it'll either get lost or you know, I'll dog ear it by accident and go, shit, I have to go buy it.
Oh, I do that all the time.
I'll be like, let me just take a photo of the cover. Cool, thanks. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'll take the ebook, that type of stuff. It's like, don't loan me anything. Don't loan me anything. I haven't had anyone loan me anything for a while because I pretty much just don't accept it anymore at this point because I've learned my lesson a lot. You think that I would have been better, but no. I was just like, no, don't loan me anything. I don't want.
At least you know yourself, and you're just like, hey, thanks, but no thanks.
Like, no, it's not like I'll take your recommendation, but as you're giving me a gift at this point. Just assume you're not getting it back.
Or like, if you want to stay friends, like just don't.
Yeah, exactly. Just assume. Just assume it's mine. It's what it is. This is
exactly.
So, anywho, ladies. Before we wrap up, was there anything else that you want to add real quick?
No, I think it's that time.
There's always tea. You just throw that in there. Tea.
Okay, tea as drinks, beverages. Calming, that's a common one that people do. They would like to have tea, an unwinding tea, a calming tea of some nature, a non-caffeinated tea, just to give them that type of...
that was like just a weird left thing. Like, there's always something that's going to unwind you, but, figure we try to, give them more abstract ones and like more unique ones instead. So yeah.
Okay. Well, Ams.
Oh, me. Okay. So if you want to know about any shop updates, head on over to Facebook. You can always email me if you want commissions. I am a freelance graphic designer / illustrator, also crocheter, knitter, fiber artist. It just keeps on getting longer and longer. If you want to see like art and doodles, hello. Follow me on Instagram. I usually post there like once a week. So yeah, let me know. Support me, please and thank you. Love y'all.
There's also The Nurse Has Spoken, who upload every Thursday morning, and I don't know if they're still doing Saturday night meetups or whatnot, but give them a shout or a follow or a watch. Then there's also Shelf Gravy, which is every other Wednesday. I think we said it was supposed to be this Wednesday, and so that means they're going to be off
this last Wednesday.
Yeah, it's last Wednesday, so they're going to be off the upcoming Wednesday, so that means the following Wednesday will be their next show. So, of course, they do custom stuff for toys. That thing, or my brain just like deaded. My brain just deaded. They do custom stuff.
Custom art.
Custom art, custom goods, that type of stuff. The words that are on the screen right here. They do custom, etc. Custom, etc. Bro. This is tiresome and hard. It is a long day for me. My brain is tired.
It's okay. We love you. Go ahead.
I do a lot more talking. Normally, I don't have to do a whole lot of talking. I tend to just do more background stuff when there's a lot. When there's less, it's more. I have to contribute a little bit more. I don't know if people notice that I tend to talk more when there's less people, just because. But not fun. Yeah. I'm usually popping in or trying to find stuff. So bear with me. The talking is hard. Okay. Of course, you can please give support to Dust Mites, who does our intro and outro music, and of course all his music and for a lot of other Realm shows musics and stuff. So please give his music a listen. Ams likes to use it as background music, as she discussed, because she likes to just she doesn't have to concentrate on lyrics, but instead of music.
Yeah.
And of course, you can follow us on social medias. So if you have any questions or suggestions for topics, we will listen to it. You can also kindly go fuck yourself. Just kidding. Do not go fuck yourself. But we will see you.
Can, let me know.
Yeah. Hopefully soon, some kind of merch or something popping up if you're interested in wearing that around.
Yes. Let us know. Feedback, please.
And of course, you can see the eggplant up in the corner. But outside that, I hope, or we hope, you all have a wonderful Thursday, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Good night.